I got all these dreams bottled up in my thoughts. I'm trying to let them loose. Never been the one to get lost, running in leather boots.
Last year, I planted sunflowers. Actually, I planted a sunflower. And once I planted that single sunflower, the deer ate the head off. And when I got back, the head was laying right there. I got 4 this year. We'll see. These sunflowers has ran its course. Look at the heads. Look at the heads of the sunflowers, right? And so these are all seeds up in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull these down. We're gonna take a look at the sunflower heads and we're gonna get ready to dry them out. I already kind of scalped the leaves already, but we're gonna dry these out and create sunflower seeds for the next year. So let's take a look. You all, I'm recording with one hand, so not sure how this is gonna work out. But let's see. I know these roots are strong. These roots are strong. It's okay if I break it off. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So with these sunflower heads, right, you can see right here that these little petals fell off. But you could tell that once you kind of rake your hand over the sunflowers and these petals come off, look, it's bigger than my hand, then these are the seeds that's under it actually. And once those dry out, those are the pumpkin seed, sunflower seeds that you can roast or you can save them for the next year. And so this is when the birds come and get them too. So when these really start falling off, the birds know, they'll know when it's time, and they'll come over here and start eating it. These are hundreds of seeds that can be replanted for next year, or that you can make sunflower seeds. Like you can roast these as sunflower seeds. Look how big they are. The stalks, you all, that's how the seeds start. That's how they start. But the stalks are so thick that I'm going to use those next year for steaks. I'm gonna have these, use these as steaks. Almost like a bamboo, but they are so hard. And once they dry out, like these little ones, I already kind of picked these. They're already drying out. They're super hard. But let's see, this is where that other one broke off. Look how thick that is. Usually they saw this off with a saw, but all right, let's get this one. Ooh, that one is a huge one. Let's see, I don't know how I'm gonna get this one, but let's check it out. Same way, right? Look how solid that is, that base. All right, here goes. I'm just gonna pull it down and lean it. There we go. This thing is at least 12 feet tall. Now look at this. This one is kind of deformed a little bit. Look how the back of the head is and the front of the head. That's crazy. It looks like a jackfruit. If you all are familiar with jackfruit, now you know the petals aren't supposed to be folded back like that. These are the Mammoth. You could just take all these petals off. I'm gonna chop it down, set it out so it can dry. And then you all will see the update. You can see these are already starting to dry out, these seeds, because you can tell how these are much darker than the other ones. So we'll just rub all of these petals off, right? Get all these off. This one is crazy. I don't know if these seeds will grow and they'll grow kind of deformed like this one. But we'll check it out and see. Hundreds of seeds. Hundreds of seeds. And look at this. It like folded back. It's crazy. But look how long it is. 2 mammoth sunflowers. And see, you can tell the difference in their heads, right? To the back of this head. And look at the back of this one. And so when it's really start turning yellow, from green to yellow, that's how you know that the seeds are starting to dry out. And then it turns from yellow to brown. And so I prematurely chopped it down because I wanted to, it was starting to look ugly too, but I wanted to get it before the birds get it. So that's why I chopped it down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to probably cut it somewhere around here and hang it to dry. And then I'll come back and show you all the update on that. And as I said, I'm going to keep this nice stalk and use it as a stake in the garden next year. So first time with the Mammoth sunflowers. Again, they are huge. Look, bigger than my hand. This thing sounds so solid. You can tell it's starting to dry out. Petals still in the back. And we actually have one more. Take a look at this. So this is another one. A little bit smaller. But you can, look at the bees. The bees are on there. Look at that bee right there. But you can tell. Bees are like, get away, my. But if you was to move these right here, see how they're falling off? Those are the seeds that's under it. And so we'll let the bees continue to get that pollen, do whatever they want to with it, and then we'll come back, chop this one down. Now those look more like seeds, right? You can see those are the sunflower seeds. All of these are the individual sunflower seeds. This seed right here is a sunflower seed. This sunflower seed right here came from this sunflower head. And so once the sunflower head dries out, you see how it's brown in the back? Then you will know these seeds are ready to be picked. And so when I move my hand over this, you'll see the sunflower seeds moving. So once they are completely dry, they'll just naturally fall out, right? And so usually when you go to the store to buy sunflower seeds, you may get about 12, maybe 15 of these inside of a package. But one sunflower head produces a ton of sunflower seeds, as you can see. Now, these sunflowers right here grew probably about maybe a foot or so tall. But take a look at these. These are the Mammoth sunflower heads compared to this one right here, right? And so with this Mammoth sunflower, all of these are seeds. Every one of these are seeds as a close-up. And they had, as you saw, these little petals that were covering it, right? To protect the seeds. Once these dry up, and the back of this turns brown like this one, and it dries up, that's how you'll know when the seeds are ready to pick. And you should be able to just fold this back like how we did that other one to get the seeds. Now this one, as you saw, is the sister of this. But look how it is even bigger, right? It is bigger than that one. And this is the original small one. Both of these grew well over 10 feet in height from the ground up. Now this one was probably about 11 feet. This one, as weird as it looks, grew about 13 feet. And the head just folded back and kind of collapsed on itself. I can't even pull it open and pull it apart. But for some reason, this one just grew like crazy. All of these are sunflower seeds. All of these are individual sunflower seeds. And I already started picking these petals off the front, as you saw in the video. But I wanted to give you all a close-up of the sunflower heads. These sunflower heads are massive. This one, if I'm lifting this up, this got to be at least 9 pounds. 8 or 9 pounds, no lie. That joke is heavy. And I'm comparing it to a 5-pound bag of sugar. Like, it's super heavy. This one is much lighter, much lighter. It's probably, this one got to be at least 4 pounds. This one is not that heavy. This joker is like 2 of them put together, but somehow maybe it just came out of one little seed. So I wanted to give you all a close up. Take a look at how the seeds will dry up. And so we'll separate these into bags, and next year go ahead and plant these and have a ton of seeds. All right, you all, thank you for tuning in.